Hello student. So let's start the surface anatomy of the lungs. So as you know, lungs that should be located into the thorax, and there are right and left lung, they are present. So left right difference between the right and left lung, that is the left lung have the cardiac notch. So to draw the surface anatomy of the right and left lung, most of the points they are same, but the left lung have as the cardiac notch, so those points they are different than the right lung. So right and left lung, it should be drawn on the external part of the thorax of the mummy, and that is the posterior part of the pectoral region, that is the back. So the total surface anatomy of the lung, it should be drawn, that is the base, apex, anterior border, posterior border, and the cardiac notch of the left lung. So let's see the surface anatomy related with the lung. So let's start the surface anatomy of the lungs. So as you know, lung that should be located into the thoracic cavity, and to draw the surface anatomy of the lung, that is you should draw firstly, that is the median plane. So here that is the median plane, which is passing out from the suprasternal notch, passing into the middle part of the sternum and then goes downwards. Then on the both lateral side there is draw, that is the mid clavicular plane. So in the middle part of the clavicle, that is the line is passing, which is passing into that the nipple and then goes downward direction to that the mid inguinal region, that is on the both side, that is the left mid clavicular line and this is the right mid clavicular line. Then draw, that is the mid axillary plane, which is passing out from the middle part of the axilla. So this is the left axillary mid axillary line and this is the right mid axillary line. Then here presence of, that is the clavicle, this one, and that is the sternoclavicular joint, where that the medial end of the clavicle it is attached. Then from this region, that is the ribs, they are attached. So 7 ribs they are attached directly to that the sternum through, that is the costal cartilage. So here first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth and the seventh, they are directly attached to that the sternum through that the costal cartilage, and the 8th, 9th and the 10th, they are attached to above the corresponding rib, and 11th, 12th rib, they are the floating ribs. So first to draw, that is the right lung. So to draw, that is the lung, you should draw firstly, that is the apex of the lung. So apex of the lung, it should be draw, that is on the medial above to the medial 2/3 of the clavicle. So here you should draw, that is the apex of the lung, this one. Above medial 2/3 of the clavicle. Okay? Then take a point at the right sternoclavicular joint. So here. Then draw the mid or the median plane. So here, so this line it is attached to the median plane. So in this way. Then it take a point at the sixth rib, which is present on the mid clavicular line. So here mid clavicular line, and that is this is the 5th rib and that is the 6th rib. So take a point on the 6th rib where it should be intersect, that is the mid clavicular line or the mid clavicular plane. So this one. Then take the next point on the 8th rib. See here you can see 6th, this is the 7th and this is the 8th rib, which intersect on, that is the mid axillary plane or the line. So here the mid axillary line here, and that is the 8th rib where it should be intersect. So take this another point. Then take point on the 10th rib, which is present just lateral to that the erector spiny muscle. So here that is the 10th rib, and here on the posterior side and the lateral side of the erector spiny muscle you should draw, that is this point. Then joints, that is the apex which is present just medial to third of, that is the clavicle, then the sternoclavicular joint, then that is the median plane, and from the median plane then it should be intersect, that is the 6th rib which is present on the midclavicular line, then at the 8th rib which is present on the mid axillary line, and the 10th rib which is present just lateral to that the erector spiny muscle. And then joints goes upward direction and joins to the lateral margin of the apex of the lung. So in this way, that is the right lung, it should be drawn. Then to draw, that is the left lung, you know this, there is the slightly difference between the right and the left lung, because the left lung have, that is the cardiac notch. So to draw, that is the left lung, the first point is same, that is the draw the apex of the lung on the upper medial 2/3 of the clavicle. So that is the apex. Then take a point at the center of the sternoclavicular joint. So here the sternoclavicular joint. Then take a point at, that is the 4th costochondral junction. So here that is the 4th rib, and here that is the costal cartilage. So the junction between, that is the costal cartilage and the 4th rib, that is called the costochondral junction. Then take a point at the left 6th rib, that is from the 2.5 centimeter from, that is the left sternal margin. So here you can take, that is this point on the 6th rib. Then the next points are 7. Take a point on the 6th rib which intersect, that is the left midclavicular line. So here you can take this point on the 6th rib. Then take a point on the 8th rib which intersect, that is the mid axillary line. So here you can see. Okay? Then take the 10th rib point which is present just lateral to that the erector spiny muscle. So in this way, and then join that the point. So here that is the apex of the lung which is present above to that the medial 2/3 of the clavicle, then that is the sternoclavicular joint, then on the median plane in this way, and then join to that the 4th costochondral junction, and then draw, that is this concave margin which is attached to the 6th rib. Then from this region it should be attached to the 6th rib on the mid clavicular line. Then it is continue into that the 8th rib which is present on the mid axillary line, and then it should be attached to the 10th rib which is present on the lateral side of the erector spiny muscle, and then this margin goes upwards and it should be attached to that the lateral margin of the apex of the lung. So in this way, that is the left lung, it should be drawn. So here that the cavity it should be formed, so that is called the cardiac notch. So here that is the apex is present. So on the inferior side, that is the base is present. Here that is the hilum is present. On the left lung, that is the cardiac notch is present. So that is the surface marking of the lung. After then, let's see, that is the surface anatomy of the aorta here. So as you know, aorta, they have the different part, that is the ascending aorta, then that is the arch of aorta, then the descending thoracic aorta, and then the abdominal aorta. So that is the 4 parts of the aorta we should have to draw on the surface anatomy. So firstly we should draw that is the ascending aorta. So to draw that is the ascending aorta, draw that is the two parallel lines which 2.5 centimeter apart from each other, and that is starts from the medial end of the left third intercostal space. So here you can see. So to draw that is the ascending aorta, take a first point in the medial end of the left third intercostal space. So intercostal space, first intercostal space that should be present in between the first and the second rib. Second intercostal space that should be present between the second and the third rib, and the third intercostal space that should be present between the third and the fourth rib. So we should have to take that is the medial end of the left third intercostal space. So here first point. Then the second point, it should be taken at the right half of the sternal angle. So here you can see the sternal angle, the manubrium sterni and the body, they should be attached with each other to form the sternal angle, and the point should be taken at the right half of the sternal angle. So here that is the second point. Then draw the two parallel lines 2.5 centimeter apart from each other. So first that is the line it should be drawn, and second same parallel line 2.5 centimeter here. So this is the first part of the aorta. Okay. Then second, that is the arch of aorta. So for the arch of aorta, you should take first point is the same, that is the right extremity of the sternal angle. So that is the first point, and the second point that should be taken on the center of the manubrium. So here that is the manubrium sterni, and it should be taken at the center of the manubrium. Okay. Then the mark of sternal extremity of the left second costal cartilage. Okay. So here you can see that is the first costal cartilage, between that is this one, the first rib is attached, and that is the second costal cartilage is attached, and that is the sternal end. So left sternal end. So that is the third point. So draw same, that is the two parallel lines 2.5 centimeter apart from each other. So in this way, this one. So that is the arch of aorta. Then the third part, that is called the descending thoracic aorta. So to draw the descending thoracic aorta, mark the same point, that is the third point of the arch of aorta, that is the sternal end of left second costal cartilage. So this one. So that is the first point of the descending thoracic aorta. Then draw the transpyloric plane. So here we have to draw that is the transpyloric plane which is present at the tip of ninth rib. Okay. Then put a point 2 centimeter above in the median plane. Okay. So here you should draw the 2 centimeter above it on the median plane, from that the transpyloric line. So here you can keep that is the 2 centimeter. Then again draw the two parallel lines 2.5 centimeter apart from each other. So here this median line, it should be continue on the inferior side in this way, and this is the lateral line that is also continue on the inferior side. So here, so this is the descending thoracic aorta. So here you can see from this to this ascending aorta, from this to this the arch of aorta, and from this to this, that is the descending thoracic aorta, which is present above 2 centimeter from the intersection of median plane and the transpyloric plane. So that is the 2 centimeter, and this measurement, that is near about 2.5 centimeter between, that is the two lines. After that, let's see, that is the abdominal aorta. So for this you should draw, that is the median plane. So here we should already draw, that is the median plane and the transpyloric plane. So here you can see transpyloric plane, and below to it, that is the umbilicus is present. So here, so for the drawing of the abdominal aorta, first point is same, that is the 2 centimeter above to that the transpyloric line, and on that is the median plane you should draw, that is the first point. Okay? Then mark a point 1.2 centimeter below to that the umbilicus. So here umbilicus is present, and from this, that is exact below the 1.2 centimeter, take a second point. Then join these 2 points by a parallel line which is apart from the 2 centimeter from each other. So here between that the two lines, that is the 2 centimeter apart, and from this region to this region, that is the abdominal aorta you should draw. So these are the parts of the aorta. First, that is the ascending aorta, then the arch of aorta, then the descending aorta from this region, and from this region, that is the abdominal aorta. So these are the parts of the aorta. So let's see the surface anatomy of the trachea and the bronchus. So firstly, we should draw the surface anatomy of the trachea. So you know trachea, then it should be divided into that the right and the left bronchus. So to draw, that is the trachea on, that is the neck, and into that the upper part of the thorax. So first point for the trachea, that is put a point below to that the cricoid cartilage. So here you can see, that is these are the cartilage, thyroid cartilage, and this is the ring shaped cricoid cartilage. So first point, take below to the arch of cricoid cartilage. So here this is the cricoid cartilage, and below to it, here you can take, that is the first point. Then mark a point 1 centimeter to the right of the center of the sternal angle. So here you can see, that is the sternum, and this is the manubrium and the body. So attachment of that is the manubrium and the body, it is called the sternal angle. So the second point, it should be taken, that is 1 centimeter to the right of the center of the sternal angle. That is the sternum, this is the center, and 1 centimeter right. So here you can see, that is the second point. Then after then, draw a 2 parallel lines of the 2 centimeter apart from each other, which should commence at the first point and incline very slightly to the right at the sternal angle. So from that is the 2 point, here first point, and this is the second point. From this, that is the 2 parallel lines, they should be drawn, and the distance between that the 2 parallel line, that is near about the 2 centimeter, which should be these 2 lines that should be slightly inclined on the right side of the sternal angle. So here you can see, that is the first lateral line, and here that is the second lateral line, which is apart from the 2 centimeter from each other here. So these are, that is the marking of the trachea. After then, that is the right bronchus. So you know the trachea, it should be divided into the right and the left bronchus. So for drawing or the surface anatomy of the right bronchus, mark, that is the sternal end of third costal cartilage. So here in the sternal angle, this is the second costal cartilage, and below to it, that is the third कॉस्टल कार्टिलेज. ठीक है. सो ड्रॉ 2.5 सेंटीमीटर फ्रॉम that is the sternal margin. So from this this is the sternal margin, and from this that is the 2.5 centimeter take, that is the point. Then from that is the first point, that is from that the sternal angle, ठीक है, which is inclined on the right side, that is you should draw the two parallel line which is attached to that the second point. So here this is the right bronchus. After then that is the left bronchus. So put a point on the left third costal cartilage. So that is the second costal cartilage, and that is the third costal cartilage. That is the 3.5 centimeter long from that the median plane. So this is the median plane, and from this that is the 3.5 centimeter, means near averagely about in this region. You have to take that the point. Then draw off the line 5 centimeter joining these 2 points. So that is the first point which is slightly inclined on the right side, that is the lower end of the trachea, and then draw the 5 centimeter line which is attaching to that the second point of the left bronchus. So this one, so that is the left bronchus. So this is the trachea, that is the right bronchus, which is short, wide, and that is straight as compared to that the left bronchus. And left bronchus, it is long and it is directed laterally and more obliquely than the right bronchus. So that is the surface anatomy of the trachea and right and left bronchus.